I just love this couple. I love seeing them work. I love their mission is they're out to help people create businesses to sustain themselves. And they just get right into farming without any experience and see that as an opportunity because they've been working in the city, so they want to bring all this insight into the rural part of the country. And I just love that. Like I can't myself, I cannot imagine moving out of the city and living in a rural setting, but they went where they felt the work needed to be. And I love it's an expression of their faith. I love that they're building community and they're teaching a lot of people, skills, and they're doing share farming together and all going to market together. They're building new leaders. They're saying people were going out abroad to run farms and whatnot with new skills that they've learned. So it was just wonderful. I love the message of it overall, and I love that the gentleman was saying, I don't know if this is it. There's a lot more adventure to be had. Basically, was what he says at the end, and that's just wonderful. It really speaks to my heart. So yeah, I'm really grateful that I saw this. Great job making this film. It's beautifully shot. The footage was just gorgeous. I absolutely loved it. It was wonderful editing. I loved the music, and just everybody interviewed on camera was just so likable and so real and just so communicated so well, So it was directed wonderfully, beautifully produced overall. So, I hope this gets out there and gets seen because it's a wonderful message. It's a wonderful movie, and, best of luck and blessings with it.
Very fun slice of life kind of documentary video, opening up a window into this couple's project of going back to the land and facilitating a way for other people to reconnect to the land. It brought back a lot of fond memories of living on the farm. I thought it was wonderful look into a life-changing project that these people undertook, and how infectious good living can be when people understand what it's like to live and evolve in nature. So I thought the documentary did a good job of exposing us to all that, of telling the story of these urban people who discover their true selves in nature. And it was inspiring to see the infectious nature of that, and that it was inspiring other people to go off and continue the project elsewhere, and gave the hope that this project will just keep growing and accumulating momentum as other people open up the farms, that open up the access to other people who open up their farms. And it'd be nice if it just took off, and this type of sustainable micro living, local living could take over from the large corporations and factory farms. So well done. I enjoyed the video, and good luck.
This swept me away. I think so many people have that phrase, well, I'm just going to escape the city and go and buy a farm. And this made that a reality, but it didn't shy away from the intense work it is, and the trial and error required, and the challenges that are inherent, but it also highlighted the countryside lifestyle and its solitude and the beauty surrounding it. So I loved being taken through the rituals of running a farm, of sustaining oneself, of this community regeneration focus through the small actions of day to day to the broader scale vision that they had. You could see why our two guides were absolutely captivated by this environment. It was stuff that artwork is made of dreams are made of. And it was really enriching to see their journey, and that they didn't sweep over any of the hard work. I loved that capturing of the land, of the animals, and the interviews done out in the countryside, I thought was wonderful because you could feel that energy of the farm, of the wildlife permeating throughout the piece. And the people have become more entwined with the land. So I thought that was really lovely.
So I thought one of the last shots of Faith in the Soil really encapsulated the themes of this film. It was one of the young men driving home on a tractor to his homestead and seeing all these people gathered around and sort of welcoming him back. And I felt like that completely summed up my feelings about this film. It's a very spiritual film about community and environmentalism, and it's definitely something that I think speaks very loudly to those of us who are experiencing some of the things that they talk about in this film: isolation and depression and a disconnection from nature. Really, really inspiring to see how you can find that later in life. You don't need to be raised into it. It definitely is one of those films that makes you want to run away and live on a farm, because I am definitely feeling that right now. It was really beautiful, and I'm so glad that these people have this passion to follow, and not only are they benefiting the lives of those in their communities, but they're also benefiting the environment around them and the animals that populate their farms. So really, really inspiring, very spiritual film to watch. It was very cozy.
It's a really interesting look at farming, and local farming is not just a way to address the environmental impact of factory farms on animals and health and the planet, but also at how it allows more people within the community to be employed, and it also lines up with a faith for those working on the farms. But it was a really interesting documentary that explored all those angles really well. And it was interesting to watch. Also really great footage and really cool tidbits about animals and plants and the way that the different small businesses within a farm worked.
What's so incredible about these farmers is their dedication not to customer service, because that's too commercial of a term, but just to their community. That they want to have this kind of sustainable organic farming, not simply because it's what's best for their families, but it's what's best for those whose lives they are helping serve as well. So they really appreciate and understand their role, not just in their own lives or in the lives of their animals, who they clearly have such a reverence and respect for, but also for their fellow community members. And we continuously see the idea of community get reinforced throughout the importance of it. The relationships and connections that these people made enrich their lives just as much as the reaping of their rewards of their crops, of their cattle. Just as much as those things enrich their lives, so do the relationships that they've made thanks to farming. And that's the other thing about Faith in Soil that I really enjoyed to see.
So for most of my life, I have been a city boy. I've grown up mostly in a very urban area. So farming and the rural life has always been very foreign, alien to me. So I found this documentary, Faith in the Soil, to be very enlightening. It was very interesting learning about what it's like to be a farmer, and just seeing and learning about all of their stories about what it's like to farm and what it's like working with the environment. It was very interesting because, like I said, I've never lived that world.
Such a beautifully shot piece. There was so much footage in it that was just so stunning to look at. It really did bring the environment of a farm to life, and to really kind of introduce you to this entire area. And it was just really beautiful to look at. Especially with the overhead shots. I thought it was just really fun to kind of see the animals just kind of running around and all that fun stuff. But I also come from a culinary background, and there was a lot of talk about farm to table and the importance of making sure that everything that we're getting is from or getting sourced locally and supporting Ontario farms and so on and so forth. And so to me, it was just one of those things that's just kind of like in my head, but I never actually got to see what it looked like to be on the farmer side of things and to have those people do everything and the hard work that's put into it and the lifestyle and the community that they build. So it was really interesting to kind of hear about their story, why they're doing what they do, everything that they're doing with the community and how they're building on that. So yeah, it was really beautifully shot, great story, I guess, message. And yeah, I think it really does resonate with myself personally a lot more because of my background in culinary, and it just gives me so much more respect to all the farmers in my region, at least, who are able to source or who are able to provide locally for all of us. So yeah, thank you for sharing the story. I thought it was just really great, and I feel like a lot more people, especially restaurants or anyone really, who should listen and to just watch and to really respect the farmers and all the hard work that they're putting in.